If you navigate to the articles/objects page, you'll notice that both the article component and the articles component are being rendered. And that's because we aren't being selective in our router about how many articles we want to show at once. Currently, this articles/objects path will match both the article and the articles page. We can fix this by introducing a switch component. Pause the video now and try incorporating a switch component into this app component before continuing on and watching the video. To introduce the switch component, we'll first need to import it. I'll just add it here to this list of components being imported from React Router DOM. Next, I want to wrap the entire contents of my main section in this switch, because in my main section, I only ever want one component to be rendered. I'll start by rendering my switch here, and then taking the closing tag and moving it all the way to the bottom of this section. Now that I've saved my code, because all of these routes are contained within this switch, only one of these components will ever render. Now that articles:"title is the first component, if this article component is rendered, then we won't also see the articles component. If I return to my application, we can see that's the case. Now we have to remember, when we're using switches, the very first path that matches will be the component that renders. So if I were to render my articles component before my article component, then we'd run into a very different situation. Instead, no matter what this path is, if it begins with /articles, then this articles component will render, and we'll never be able to see the individual article. As a result, the order of your routes matters greatly. Always make sure to take the most specific paths and put those at the top of your switch statements.